Hey, Uncle Greg here, guys. That's not important. What's important is have you given your life to Jesus Christ. Behind me here is a chicken coop. I've been working on it. You know, I inherited most of the material on this property, and I'm renovating that chicken coop behind me here, and I'm bunkering down. I got my deep freezer and everything, and so I'm gonna like pretty much be. I gotta get used to living off the land here. Because you see what's happening right now is that, you know, I was looking on the news and everything, and you see everything starting to escalate. I already said that this is going to get worse before it gets better. Do you guys actually believe that Trump is here to bless this nation now? Oh, no, this is punishment. You know, I think this is for ways of, because we have turned away from the Lord. Now, and then I also want to say this too, for whoever is for out here, as far as these immigrants are concerned, I think that you guys, because I see a lot of you guys are losing a lot of your jobs and everything, and your businesses and everything. I just seeing on the news that China just refused. They refused 1,200 metric tons of pork from the United States. And that's going to devastate a lot of farmers here, which is also going to bring into Revelation 6:5, Revelation 6:6. You know, we're going to have near starvation levels here in the United States. Target, Home Depot, and Walmart all said that the shelves are going to be emptying out pretty soon. What I'm trying to do is get a steel barn put up right now. I'm getting everything I can get right now before supplies runs out. I think we're going to start seeing things within a 30-day period and stuff. This is the formation of the nations coming together. China decided to do business with Spain. Okay, so in China is going to start this trend now with other countries doing business with each other outside of the United States. This is the art of the deal. Okay, and this is also the judgment on this nation. And so what everybody who has voted to has these immigrants out, I think that what you need to do now is write to your congressman and repent, because when God sees the sincerity in your heart that and you turn from your ways, if you go to Exodus 22 verses 21-24, you'll understand what I'm saying, because you took God's portion. Your portion right now is your family. And God says that, you know, when he kills you with the sword for messing with his portion, he's going to make your children fatherless, because you made the immigrants fatherless by denying them their inheritance. So I strongly advise you guys to repent. I also noticed that in around my area, a lot of people have signed on. I'm living in the red Republican area, and a lot of people have signed on for that, those solar panels, those contracts to have them put on their property. And I was offered 40,000, and I said, well, okay, that sounds pretty good, but when am I giving up? So I took the contract to my lawyer, and he said that the property need to be leased for 69 years. And if these companies fail to produce these solar panels and things, well, the bank, there's investments coming from the bank, and if the business doesn't go through, if it goes bankrupt or everything, or anything like that, they can seize your property. So I didn't sign on, but I think about a good 75% of the people in my township did. So a lot of homes may become unavailable, and you may lose your home if you voted to have these immigrants ousted. See, there's all kinds of ways you can lose your home, your 401s, your business, and everything because of what you did. Why hasn't it happened before? Well, God has an appointed time for everything. There's a recompense. And I think that we're in this time frame in this world now that, you know, you have to consider your ways and get right with God. You have to come to Jesus while you can. See, Yahweh is like, he's been holding back a lot of these things that could be happening to a lot of people. And this has been going on for a long time. See, God's been very patient. He's been patient with everybody. So nobody has any excuses. Well, you know, and the thing is, the reason why you're caught up in things because you've been listening to these politicians, these false shepherds that got you in a trick bag right now. And that's why you guys are going to continue losing your homes and your businesses. You know, there again, repent. Write to your congressman. Let God see the sincerity in your heart and say, Lord, spare me, you know, because it's going to come upon you too. That's what I said, that the mist is going out throughout the land, and it's going to touch everybody that has all that thing in their heart for other people who don't look like them, and the people also who are involved in sexual immorality and everything else. Okay, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's not just for the Republicans. This is for the Democrats as well. There's a lot going to be happening here, and like I said, it's only going to get worse. You need to come to Christ now. Okay, you need to come to Christ now, because when the difficult time comes, you're not going to know what to do, and there's going to come to a point where, because of the dollar being devalued, I think that the world and the nations are going to consider, as is said in the Bible, about putting the mark on your hands and on your forehead, because once the dollar, the world economy, the world currency is abased, then we're going to have to, the world's going to have to figure out what everybody is worth. And I think that's where we're going to get into that digital currency. That's another thing you have to prepare for. Do not take any type of mark or any type of chip that's going to go in your head or on your back of your hand. Okay? And that's like a scanning system, because we're going to be coming into that. It's just, we're going to come in, everything is going to, it's heating up right now. And you see how China now is gathering, is pulling nations towards her and isolating the United States. Trump is now totally confused, and he does not know what to do. This man had 6 bankruptcies. This man is not a good businessman. Y'all about to find that out, okay? So what you guys need to do is to repent, okay? And if you can, you know, like, start doing something. Do something to show that, trying to make amends to what you did to God's portion. See, you mess with God's portion. God, he gave you, I mean, he's giving you children, and some of you guys got grandchildren. He gave you a home, jobs, car, and everything else. All those things are your portion. And those immigrants are God's portion. Okay? Those are people that he wants to save and bring unto himself. That's what he wants to do. And y'all took that away from him. That's why it's so important. That's why all you guys are going through what you're going through right now. And it's going to keep escalating. All right? Repent. Okay? Because you're going to want something to eat. And you're going to want something for your kids to eat. Okay? This is very important. We're living in those times now. God is not playing. He's not playing around. Okay? He's very serious about this. Come to Jesus while you still can. I'm Uncle Greg, and you've been told.